So glad to see you. Thank you for being here. Our community needed this. Our hearts needed this. Our families needed this. So thank you for being here. Thank you to Equality Utah, Utah Pride Center, and the Utah AIDS Foundation for creating this moment and space for our community to come together in sadness, confusion, and most importantly, resolve. I know many in our city are angry about what happened in Orlando, and many, especially in the LGBTQ community here, are living in fear, even though the attack was thousands of miles away. I have heard from many of you on social media about being scared to go out and have a good time at our local bars, clubs, and gathering spaces. Well, I'm heading to a bar tonight for the first time in years, so I hope you follow my lead. These spaces are so important to our community. They are often a refuge. And for me, at a very young age, they were a place where I could be authentic. They are too important to us to be afraid. I want to assure you that the Salt Lake City Police Department is doing all they can to keep our city safe from hate crimes and attacks of any kind. Tonight, there are officers here to help keep this gathering safe, and I want to take a moment to thank them for the work they do. It's very important at a time like this that we live in the moment, taking a very hard look at how each of us can do things in our daily lives to make a difference. I can tell you one thing, this lesbian is going to keep working to affect change in this city of ours, and no one will ever scare me away. A massacre in Florida has been spoken of as both a hate crime and an act of terror. I've been asked today by the media how I classify this act. All hate crimes are acts of terror. They are perpetrated with the intent to deny the basic human dignity of a group of people and predicated on misguided and damaging ideologies. Hate crimes sow fear and terror into our entire community. In Florida, we saw the LGBTQ and Latino communities targeted, but we have all felt the impact of what happened. Not just here, not just there. It has clearly impacted our entire country. And the hate which inspires these crimes doesn't just come from rogue ideologies overseas. It can and has been found right here in our home country. We as a society need to do a better job of saying no to hate, saying no to discrimination of any kind, saying with our words and our actions, and yes, with our legislation, that we will not tolerate hate crimes against any group or discrimination. It frays our society in a way that damages everyone's lives. We have had too many occasions to reflect on what to do after events like these. And I know it's hard to believe that if no change came after the murder of 26 and 7-year-olds at a school, that change would come from the murder of 49 people in a gay club. But just 10 years ago, no one thought it was possible to change the minds of a nation on an issue like marriage equality. But we did it. LGBTQ community and our allies are organized. We are effective, and we must continue to use our resources to promote a healthy and safe society for everyone. We love the Constitution. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the words of the Second Amendment, especially the beginning, well regulated. It's past time for sensible gun safety laws in this state and in this country. And it is sensible to keep military-style weapons off of our streets. These guns have made the job of our law enforcement more dangerous and put us all at risk. And now they're falling into the hands of terrorists. The assault weapons used in the last few massacres weren't smuggled from battlefields in other countries. They were purchased at a local gun store. Let this also be the beginning of a robust conversation on mental illness and treatment in this country, or lack thereof. For too long, we have ignored our responsibility to care for individuals facing mental illness. This lack of empathy keeps us from serving those most in need in our community and creates cracks through which disturbed individuals can fall. We are here today because this massacre has touched us all. And it is important that while we move forward, we remember this moment and how this is a part of our history. As the story of Orlando develops, we must ensure the LGBTQ community is not erased. Events at Pulse must remain forever linked to the events at Stonewall. The Latino face of this tragedy must not be whitewashed. And the gun legally purchased and used by a madman must never be forgotten. Tonight we stand in peace and solidarity. We stand with Orlando. We are heartbroken, but we are not afraid. And we must move forward to create positive change and make this world a better place to live. Thank you.